Hey, sports card fans, it's John Way Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1940s for March 2024. Now, to avoid duplication of cards on the top 10 list, I'm going to be taking a look at 10 different cards. If there are some other significant sales of any of those cards, I will make mention of them. Now, for March 2024, you will see some familiar cards that have shown up on past top 10 lists, but this month has a couple surprises as well as some record high sales. So let's go check them out. Coming in at number 10. We have this 1940 Play Ball Joe DiMaggio in a PSA 4. This one sold on March 1st for $3,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price is $2,392. This $3,000 sale represents a new record high sale for a PSA 4, beating the previous record by $1. The previous record high was $2,999 back in November of 2023 through eBay. Now, there was one other 1940 Play Ball Joe DiMaggio that sold. This one actually was a PSA 4.5, sold on March 22nd for only $2,500. On to number 9. We have this 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige in a PSA 3. This one sold on March 3rd for $3,622. It was an auction. There were 24 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 3 is $3,994. The record high sale for a PSA 3 was $6,000 back in September of 2023 through REA. And there were 3 other significant Satchel Paige sales in March. One was a PSA 3 mark. You can see they have, someone wrote 1949 on the front of the card. That one sold on March 9th for $2,600. There was also a PSA 1.5 that sold on March 21st for $2,225. Then finally, there was a PSA 4 miscut sold on March 20th for $2,025. Coming in at number 8, we have this 1941 Play Ball Eldon Auker in a PSA 9. This one sold on March 5th for $3,750. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $3,000, and this sale represents a new record high sale for a PSA 9. The previous record high was $1,417 back in September of 2023 through memory lane. Now, in a PSA 9, this is one of only 4 copies, and there is only one PSA 10. At number 7, we have this 1948 Leaf Joe DiMaggio in a PSA 4.5. This one sold on March 14th for $3,900. It was an auction. There were 53 bids. The current VCP average price is $3,015, and this $3,900 sale represents a new record high sale for a PSA 4.5, beating out last month's record high sale of $3,015 through a sale on eBay, which was on last month's top 10 list. It was a different PSA 4.5 that sold last month. At number 6, we have this 1948 Leaf Bob Feller in a PSA 4. I believe this is a short print card in the set. This one sold on March 8th for $4,400. It was a best offer and sold for right around the VCP average price of $4,360. The record high sale for a PSA 4 was $5,130 back in November of 2023 through eBay. At number 5, We have this 1949 Bowman Duke Snider in a PSA 8. This one sold on March 6th for $5,322. It was an auction. There were 43 bids. The current VCP average price is $5,528. The record high sale for a PSA 8 was $8,200 back in April of 2021 through a PWCC listing on eBay. At number 4, we have this 1949 Bowman Jackie Robinson in a PSA 5. What bright red background on that card. This one sold on March 21st for $6,750. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price is $7,415. However, this particular sale was not in VCP's database. The record high sale for a PSA 5 Jackie Robinson was $13,950 back in March of 2021, pre-PWCC listing on eBay. At number 3, we have this 1948 Bowman Stan Musial rookie card in a PSA 7, and as you can tell, it is a very old PSA slab. This one sold on March 31st for $10,000. It was a best offer. However, this sale was not in VCP's database. Their current average price for a PSA 7 is only $4,658. So if this is a true sale based on what eBay has reported, it represents a significant new record high sale for a PSA 7 Stan Musial 1948 Bowman rookie card. The previous record high was $6,900 back in April of 2023 through REA. Now, there was one other Stan Musial 1948 Bowman. This one in a PSA 6 sold on March 30th for $3,800. At number 2, we have the very familiar 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson, this one in a PSA 4. This one sold on March 17th for $13,100. It was an auction. There were 4 bids and sold for a little bit under the current VCP average price of $14,699. The record high sale, though, for a PSA 4 was $35,000 back in March of 2021, pre-PWCC listing on eBay. Now, there were at least four other significant 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson sales in March. One sold on March 24th, which was a PSA 2 for $9,250. Another PSA 2 sold on March 7th for $7,250. Yet another PSA 2 sold on March 6th for $7,102. And finally, a fourth PSA 2 sold on March 31st for $6,600. As you can see here, all 4 have slightly different registration, color, ink marks to them. So eye appeal for a PSA 2 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson can vary, as well as the price. And the number 1 card from the 1940s for March was this 1948 Leaf Babe Ruth in a PSA 7. This one sold on March 14th for $15,587. It was an auction. There were 46 bids. The current VCP average price was $18,397. So sold for not quite $3,000 under the current VCP average price, but well below the record high sale for a PSA 7, which was $26,400 back in February of 2023 through Heritage. Now, there were at least 4 other significant 1948 Leaf Babe Ruth sales in March. One was a PSA 5 that sold on March 24th for $6,500. Then there was a PSA 2 that sold on March 17th for $4,609. A PSA 3 that sold on March 12th for $4,137. And finally, a PSA 1 Mark sold on March 17th for $3,000. There you go, the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1940s for March 2024. Would love to know in the comments what you think about the cards that made this month's top 10 list. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.